under Lakeshore Drive Bridge, one of the 38 Bascule trunnion bridges in Chicago. We're going to go under a ton of them. We have the second most bridges in this country, Pittsburgh, but all of our bridges open. We are considered the bridge capital of the United States. In front of the boat to the right, two twin red brick and green glass buildings, Riverview 1 and Riverview 2, built in 2004 by James DiStefano. They're connected very uniquely at their base by 16 four-story townhomes. Each one of those townhomes brand new. That'll cost you about $4 million. For that, you get 4 floors. An elevator goes to all 4 floors, access to the private pool, your own rooftop terrace. You also have the option to buy yourself a parking space for an extra $75,000. One of the many reasons I don't. Look to the left, you see all these new buildings. This is Chicago's newest and most expensive neighborhood. It is called Lakeshore East. How new is it? Well, if you took this tour 20 years ago, your tour guide would not be on the 25. So look to the left, there's a 9-hole urban golf course. Yeah, not so much. Now it's a very expensive neighborhood. And look, there's a blank spot in the skyline to our left. On the river. It's not going to be blank for much longer. Starting in 2 months, complete by 2020, the new third tallest building in all of Chicago, Wanda Vista Tower, 1,200 feet tall, is going to be debuting there, complete by 2020. It's being designed by Jeannie Gay. She's going to break her own record for tallest building in the world, designed by a woman, again in her hometown in Chicago. The building will cost close to $1 billion. Don't worry, it's being paid for in cash by the richest man in China. His building, his business. So we're very happy to have it. In front of the boat to the right, the Sheraton Hotel and Tower, built in 1992 by Solomon Cordwell & Banks. 4th largest hotel in Chicago, 1,200 rooms. 4th floor is the size of a football field. That's the Grand Ballroom. Now, this is President Barack Obama's favorite place to stay when he's in Chicago. I got a little story for you. In the summer of 2014, the president came to Chicago unannounced. No one knew he was coming to have dinner at the Sheraton. No one knew that while he was inside, what would the Secret Service do? They were going to shut down the river on either side of the boat. One of our boats was coming back from the lake, kind of like we are now, trying to get back to the dock. They were stopped by the Secret Service. Secret Service like, sorry, you got to wait for the president fishing dinner. How long did that take? Hour and a half long tour became a 4-hour tour as they waited for the president to eat dinner. And the only reason I know this is because the tour guide was on the boat that evening was Jack, the guy who trained me last year. He told me the stories like, Mark, it was awful. We opened up the bar, free drinks, it's over. He's like, I talked for so long, I don't know why, but I told those poor people about my middle school girlfriend. I was like, Jack, thank God it was you, not me. I didn't have any girlfriends in middle school. I was so cricket. So. Thankfully, the president's not there right now. Look up and to the right, we're going to clear Columbus Drive. You'll see NBC Tower, a modernist Art Deco building, built in 1989 by Skidmore, Owens & Merrill's Adrian Smith. He built it to resemble 30 Rock in New York City. It certainly does. The flying buttresses pay homage to the ones on Tribute Tower. Keep your focus to the right. Here comes the John Hancock tall black building with the X bracing and the 2 antennas. The Hancock is the 4th tallest building in Chicago. Built in 1969 by Bruce Graham and Dr. Fosler Kahn with Skidmore, Owens & Merrill. Remember those names. That was the 2nd tallest building in the world when it debuted at 1,127 feet tall, behind only the Empire State Building. Now the 4th tallest building in our city, and the 8th tallest building in the country. The Hancock's got the best views in the city. 95th floor, highest bar in the city of Chicago, the Signature Lounge. Take the free elevator up by yourself. It's gorgeous. In front of the boat where we started the tour is the building we're arriving to now. There's an amazing view of the undisputed icon in downtown Chicago, the Wrigley Building with the clock tower at the top. Built in 1924 by Graham, Anderson, Probst & White, in a very unique American Beaux-Arts style of architecture. All the different terracotta paneling you see on it. Some of the panels are darker than others. If it's darker, it's been there for longer. If it's a new bright white one, it's a new panel. Every single panel, all thousands of them, have their own individual plate, and you just make a new plate, pop in the new panel, depending on where the panel is approached. Wrigley Gum sadly no longer calls this building home, but that's why it was the Wrigley Building, because it was home to Wrigley Gum for many decades. Also Wrigley Field on the north side of the city. Wrigley Gum did something amazing here in Chicago at the World's Fair of 1893. They debuted the 2nd ever flavor of gum. Up until 1893, there was only spearmint. Wrigley debuted here in Chicago Juicy Fruit, 2nd ever flavor. All right, here we go. Look straight up. We are now at the base of the 2nd tallest building in this city and the 4th tallest building in the United States at 1,362 feet tall, 415 meters tall. That is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. Built in 2009 by the very famous architecture firm Skidmore, Owens & Merrill. You'll get tired of hearing me say Skidmore, Owens & Merrill by the end of this tour. The principal architect, Adrian Smith. Probably the most famous architect in the world right now, and he's from Chicago. Why is he so famous? As soon as he finished this building in 2009, he went on to design the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. You may know that as the tallest building in the world. Look up. It's exactly twice as tall as this building, 2006.
Oh, wow.
He's working on the new tallest building in the world, the Kingdom Tower in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. 3,300 feet tall, 2,000 feet taller than this building. Inside of the Trump International Hotel and Tower, well, you have a 5-star hotel, 5-star restaurant, and 472 luxury condominiums. Coming up on the right, tall black building is Mies van der Rohe's AMA building, built in 1971 by the famous German architect. Mies van der Rohe is famous for inventing this style of architecture in the 1930s at the Bauhaus School in Germany. This is the international, or less is more style. In the 30s, everyone was building stone buildings, Art Deco, Beaux-Arts. He was the first one to say, let's use steel and concrete. He is the father of the modern skyscraper. Hitler was not a fan of this style. Hitler shut down the Bauhaus School. Mies van der Rohe fled Germany, came to Chicago, became the head teacher of the Illinois Institute of Technology. He was the leader of why Chicago was the architectural capital of the world in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. One of his most famous students, Bertrand Goldberg, did the next two buildings on the right, the corn cobs of the Midwest. It'd be really cool if these buildings were called the corn cobs of the Midwest. They're not. It's actually called Marina City, built in 1964 and 1967. At 60 stories tall, these were the tallest apartment buildings in the world when they debuted. Also the first apartment buildings here on the Chicago River. Look up at the buildings. Clearly Bertrand Goldberg did not agree with his teacher Mies van der Rohe's less is more style. He preferred his own style. He said, since there are no right angles in nature, there should be no right angles in architecture. There are no right angles inside either of these two 64 accounts. All the apartments are shaped like pieces of pie. You walk in your apartment, it's horribly narrow. It's wider as you go up towards your balcony. Yeah, I'm sure that's really easy to decorate, right? I don't know, I don't live there. Featured in many famous movies like The Blues Brothers, Steve McQueen's The Hunter. Also, keep your focus to the right. You'll see the sign for the first ever House of Blues. The original House of Blues is in the theater attached to Marina City, right here on Dearborn Street. That's a Chicago staple. You gotta check it out. Coming up on the right, green glass building, silver lines going up and down it. ABA building, built in 1987 by Skidmore, Owens and Merrill's Bruce Graham. Now, he wanted to pay homage to the Chicago River with this building. Look at the green glass of the building, look down at our river. It's the exact same color of green. Why is our river green? Not because we die at St. Patty's, even though we do, and it was so much fun. That's another story. But this is a clay-based river. So when the freshwater algae that comes off the lake, the algae that keeps the water blue out there, it hits the clay base of a river, and it turns an instant color of green. It's not crazy. That's why the river's green. Coming up on the right, this red brick building is 102 years old. This is the Reed Murdoch Center, built in 1914 by George Nimitz. Now, if you took this tour 81 years ago when you started giving tours at Manila Boats, this type of Chicago-style warehouse is literally all you'd see on the river. They were everywhere. This is the last remaining of the warehouses now on the main branch river. Kind of sad, but great that it's still here to give us a glimpse into what Chicago used to look like in Chicago. We're now creating our next up and to the right. This massive skyscraper is 300 North LaSalle, built in 2009 by Picard and Chilton. The building is LEED certified platinum. Platinum is the highest rating of LEED. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. How did it earn the platinum rating? Most every single thing inside of that skyscraper is made out of recycled material. Pretty crazy. In front of the boat, we're about to go into the double-decker Wells Street Bridge. Wells Street Bridge is one of the two double-decker bridges in Chicago for the L track to go over top. The L train is the second oldest transit system in the United States, behind the one in Boston, Massachusetts. It was invented for the World's Fair of 1893 to get people from their hotels and fair here to the fairgrounds of the city, the south side of our city. Coming up on the right, you cannot miss this next building. It was the largest building in the world when it made its debut in 1930 for Marshall Field and Company. This is the Merchandise Mart. It sits on 5 acres of land, 4.25 million square feet of space, 8 miles of corridor, 500 showrooms inside. Until 2008, this building had its own zip code. It is now the second largest concrete structure in this country, behind only the Pentagon. It is an Art Deco building. What does that mean? It's all about strong vertical lines, setbacks, and geometrical ornamentation. Now, the building took a huge hit during the Great Depression, so Marshall Field and Company sold it in 1945 to Joseph P. Kennedy, JFK's dad, for $13 million. Kennedy family held on to the building sold in 1998 for $575 million. Yeah, they might have actually